everyone, I'm Vaishnavi from class 7th and today I'm going to start the chapter which is in maths and hopefully this is my first class of maths and it is like we can see the fractions and decimal chapter we are going to start and without wasting time in the introduction again and again. So let's start with the chapter and also I'm going to share the screen with you all in which we are going to read today about the fractions. And so, first we are going to discuss that what are fractions, obviously, yes. And in the previous classes, from the first session, we can say, not from the first session, in the first class where we were, over there we have also started different types of things of fractions, yes, that what is numerator, what is denominator. So first we will recap these things and then we will start these fractions with addition, division, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Again we will start these this chapter we will again start, and hopefully today we will do that what is like today is the recap session that what we have learned in the previous small classes when we were in the first, second, fifth, fourth, etc. Yes. So let's start with our like first topic, that what is fraction. In the word fraction, what does it mean? So fraction, we can say fraction. So it is a normal word, but it means a lot. It means a part of a whole. Now, a part of a whole can be a part of pizza, a part of a whole can be a part of birthday cake, a part of a whole can be of a basketball, etc. Yes, in that similar way, a part of a whole actually means fraction. So if anyone asks that what does fraction mean? Fraction means a part of a whole which actually consumes two numbers, which is represented as one over here numerator, let me present as n, and the division, this is known as by. This thing is known as by. For example, n by d. D is denominator. Okay, so when I do n by d, what does it mean? This is numerator, this is denominator. Yes. So over here we can see this green blank, and this green blank actually means by. When you write a number, for example, if you write 2 by 10, what does it mean? It means 2 divided by 10. And how do we write when we solve it? We write it like this. And how to solve it? First we will write 0, 0.2. Okay, 0.2 will be the answer of this. Yes, then 10 will be divided, 2 will be divided by 2. So, in this, what we see, that this by actually means when we divide something by something. For example, this is 3 by 4. How do I explain this? 3 divided by 4. Okay, so when 3 will be divided by 4, the answer will be something else. But we are not dividing, we are just representing a part of a whole. When we represent a part of a whole, we do not divide it. We just show it that this is a part of a whole, that we have remaining, that we have something else. If you are not understanding like this, let me show you an example of a birthday party. For example, I have a birthday cake. Let me draw a birthday cake now. So if I have a birthday cake, something like this, wait a minute, let me draw the edges and sides of it. Okay. Yes. For example, if we have this birthday cake, this is the birthday cake, and yes, it's very simple. Yeah. So I cut it. For example, I have 4 friends. Yes. And if I have 4 friends, so what I will do is I'll put 4 marks on the cake. For equal marks, because everything means everyone would need the equal part of fraction, that is why it will be presented as fraction itself. For example, if you have a triangle, how could you cut it? How would you symmetry it? So in symmetry we have learned the parts of the whole. Yes, so we could not do it like this. What we do to a triangle, we cut it like this, and then if one part is like not remaining, for example, wait a minute, if one part is shaded, so what will happen to the other part? There were two equal parts, we can say there were two whole parts and there were two of a whole, and then means we can say that a triangle was divided into two parts, and also we can say that the first one was the remaining non-shaded part is only 1, and remaining 1, or we can say one shaded part is there, so 1 by 2 will be represented, and in the same way 1 is not shaded or non-shaded, so it will be represented as 1 by 2 only, because 2 can be divided 1. Yes, 1 plus 1 is 2. And if we take example of 4, for example, I have a circle, and if I cut it into 4 parts, this is a non-equal. Yes, and the way I have drawn the other cake over there, we can see different types of things that are telling us that the part is divided equally. Means if the equally parts would not be divided, so the fraction would not be possible. Yes, so it is very important to divide the fractions into equal parts. For example, now we have just divided them into equal parts. Now what we have to do, so the thing that we have to do is take out one piece. For example, this is my piece and I have taken out this whole piece. Okay, so how many fraction of the whole cake is left? So I have taken out one. From how much pieces? I have taken out one from 4 pieces. How many left? 3 left. How many pieces were there? 4 pieces were there. So 3 by 4 is the fraction. This is the whole number. We can say this is the whole cake parts that are divided, and this is the remaining part. And if I ask a question that how many pieces were eaten, we can say how many pieces were eaten from the whole part of the cake. So we can tell 1 by 4 pieces means only one piece was ate eaten. Okay, so over here we can see that how the questions can be asked over here. And if I ask how many like parts of the cake were divided, so the cake was divided into 4 parts. And if I ask that how many, like if we take 2 parts from over here, so how many pieces are left now? So 2 by 4 pieces would be left. And if I ask that how many pieces are being eaten, so 2 by 4 are only eaten, because 2 plus 2 is 4, we can say like that. And also 3 plus 1 is 4. That is why we can just tell that 2 is like the remaining and the opposite, we can say. So hope you have clear the concept that what is numerator and what is denominator. I just wanted to clear this. So in the general form, fraction is written like this: numerator by denominator. And one more important thing I want to tell: have you ever wrote 1 by 0? Now, if you have ever wrote, it is totally incorrect. So in the rational numbers that we have read or we will read, and in the rational numbers that is coming in our 7th class itself, you will learn in the previous like chapters that we will go up. So over there we can learn that the numbers that are written means a rational number could not be written like this anytime, and also the fraction is also not written like this anytime. If any number is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 23 is there, or any other number, that could not be divided by 0, because 1, if we multiply 1 by 1, what is the answer? 1. If we multiply 1 into 2, what is the answer? 2. In the same way, if we multiply 0 into 1, what is the answer? Now, this is a very difficult question, don't you know? Yes. So, many people have failed in this question, and 99% like persons would fail in this question. Why? Because everyone knows, means 99% would true in this question, that the answer is 0 itself. It, because of that only, means because of this 0 into 1 concept, that is why we do not divide any number by 0. For example, I take 3 divided by 0. Now in which table of 0 would 3 come? Now tell me this question, that if we multiply 0 into 3, the answer would be 0. If we multiply 0 into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if we divide it with infinity also, now the answer would be 0. So what do we understand in this concept? That the denominator could never be 0, but the numerator could be. Yes, the numerator could be. You heard very right, that the numerator can be 0. If I take 0 by 1, so in one table, we can multiply it with 0 and the answer would be 1. Yes, so that is why the numerator could not be 0 anytime. And if I take some more examples, for example, you can see the part over here. Yes, wait a minute. Over here, there are written that what is a proper fraction, improper fraction. We will learn it in the next session, and also enjoy the classes that are going on, and do not forget to write a comment down below the video. And also, I would thank you for watching my video till the end, and hope you have learned what is fraction. Let's recap now with what we have learned in today's session. So the main things and the main points that we have learned in this, sorry, I wanted to write recap, but I wrote read back. So it's okay, but I could write recap now. So the recap that I am going to tell you is about the thing that we have learned in this session. What are the things that we have learned in this session? So the things that we have learned is what is a fraction, how to pronounce the fraction. Yes, so fraction is a part of a whole. Second thing that we have learned, the general form of writing a fraction is like this: 3 by 4. This green line is known as by. Also, the upper part of the number, we can say the upper number from the denominator is known as numerator, and the lower number from the numerator is known as the denominator. Okay, and the upper number and the lower number are we can say punctuated as we can say 3 by 4. Okay, because of this green line they are like pronounced as 3 by 4. Green if this green line would not be there, what would happen? The things that would happen, that operations would come between them. 3 divided by 4 could not come. 3 into 4, 3 plus 4, 34. These things would come over here. That is why this line is very necessary for representing a fraction. Also, we have learned that denominator could never be a zero. Okay, so we have learned that what is a part of whole, that is a fraction. We have learned how to represent. We have learned how is a general form of a fraction represented, and we learned that denominator could never be zero. Okay, it is unequal. Okay, it could not be ever zero. In this session, only this much thing that I wanted to tell you, and also like I wanted to tell you this much only in this session, and in the next session we will continue what is proper and improper fraction. Also, we will learn different types of like fractions and how to operate them. Okay, so till now we have this much concept itself. So stay home and stay safe in today's ending session. Thank you and bye.